Stop. Go on and mix it up. Go on and do something.
Hello and welcome to the Grifford Show. Today we're going to be looking at Love, Simon. Josh will give you more.
That's too much.
This can be our intro.
Yeah,
just us coming up with variations of the intro. Hello!
How do we say hello in different tones?
Hello and welcome to the Grifford Show with your hosts,
The Griffords.
Josh Burford and Evan Griffiths. And if you haven't figured out by now, Griff
Ord. It's not hard, is it? People ask me that. What does that mean?
But believe it or not, it took us quite a while to come up with it.
I had a list and everything.
Okay.
Right. Serious introduction now.
Hello guys, welcome to the Grifford Show for another big movie review. This week we're going to be looking at Love, Simon, and Josh will give you more.
In Love, Simon, Nick Robinson plays Simon Spear, a typical high school kid, but he has a big secret. He's gay. Unable to come out to his friends or family, Simon strikes up an email relationship with another closeted male, nicknamed Blue, which allows him to explore his feelings and fall in love at the same time. But when his secret is threatened, Simon is forced to come to terms with his identity.
Okay, so the best part of this film was Nick Robinson's character, the way he played the character, along with everybody else who played his family.
Yeah. His performance, I hadn't seen him in much. The only other thing I saw him in was Jurassic World, and his performance in that film was very forgettable. However, in this film, his character is very believable. He felt like a genuine high school kid without going too over the top. And the connections he had with his family and his friends were all really authentic, and I thought that was really well done.
You genuinely, because I don't know if he's gay or not in real life, the actor, but he's obviously taken to his role and gone at it with 100%, which commendable, especially with a film that hasn't really been a film that sort of touched on this subject before as well.
Yeah, and as well as his performance, like you said, the family are all very, very good. Josh Duhamel plays the dad and Jennifer Garner plays the mum, and they both have some really good emotional scenes with Nick Robinson, and I especially liked the little sister. I think her name was Nora in the film.
I can't remember.
I'm about to butcher her name, but I think her name is Talitha Bateman.
It could be like Talitha, maybe.
Talitha, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was really good, and she's been quite a few things lately. She was in Annabelle, Creation, and Geostorm. Geostorm wasn't the best film, but she was good in it, and I feel like she could be going places. She's a very good young actress.
Yeah, I think it worked out as a whole, because literally the film is introduced by him saying who he is and his family, and that he has a sister he actually likes but won't admit it.
Yeah.
It almost because there's so many films that have like an introduction where they set this world but don't really stick to it. Like that was completely pointless. It's just there to give some character development. It was literally the family was the big part. It was a huge part of life.
It was the heart of the movie.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And they were very good, but they were it was quite a generic family. I was it's quite a generic setting as well. Expected to see like a bloody hot fresh pie sitting on the windowsill, kind of stuff like that. Just really wholesome American life.
Yeah, especially his parents.
I don't know if I'm using that correctly.
His parents did follow like the cliche. He was the jock in the school, and she was the the super smart girl.
The classic. Reaction from a dad when he finds out his son is gay is to storm off.
He tries to cover it up with a joke, and he obviously gets scolded for the fact that it's a serious issue. And it's not. I think they treated that really well, because it wasn't that he was against it. It's just that I think he almost felt like he was a bad father because he didn't see it. Like all the way through the film, he was like talking about tips on girls and stuff like that, and I think you got across that he genuinely felt like he failed in the fact that he hadn't picked up on the fact his son was going through this, which I think added to the emotion. Like probably the most emotional part of the film was between Simon and his dad.
Father and son moment.
Yeah.
It was, and the emotional moments when they do kick in, they really hit you hard. Like I found myself, getting a lump in my throat when I was watching it, and it was just that's all down to the great performances from them two, and you know, the rest of the family. I mean, his friends were good as well, but they're not. You know, none of them stood out. And other than like the family and the friends, the only one that stood out for me was the teacher. Drama teacher, was she? Was she a drama teacher?
I think. Well, she was in charge of the musical, the cabaret performance.
She was great. I mean, I can't remember her name, but we'll put it on the screen.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do. And she was really funny. She provided a lot of film's comedy, and I think that was because I think she writes for SNL, so you could see that in the movie. She, you know, hits a lot of the humorous moments, and you know, the film needed that kind of level of humour. I think she provided it really well.
Yeah, because obviously there's a lot of, as we said, intense moments where, you know, he's going through this turmoil in his life, and I think, you know, she brings in probably one of the best scenes in the whole film, was when Simon's outed and he's in the cafeteria, and there's another kid that they mentioned in the beginning that came out gay, and these two jocks, I suppose that's what they were.
Arseholes.
Very, very homophobic in front of everyone, and she has this scene where she just puts them in their place.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know, you said it best. I'm going to steal your thunder. But she goes from being a teacher to, would you say, a friend?
I said she just becomes a person, you know, this decent human being. You know, she's you know, like I said, she stops being a teacher and she becomes just, you know, a decent human being who feels like at that point in time she doesn't need to follow the convention of being a teacher. These people are, you know, taking the mick out of this guy's life choice, and you know, she will say, you know, the scene, she says things that you wouldn't expect a teacher to say. She
said things that you probably get sacked for. To be honest.
But given the situation, it's like these things needed to be said because they were being assholes at the end of the day.
Okay, so where this film lost me was its first half. It featured a lot of lazy jokes and annoying characters that just kind of pissed me off. What did you think?
Yeah, the humour was very forced, and it almost seemed like, I mean, probably, like I said, it's probably for the purpose of, you know, how the character Simon perceives the world, but it was very much the whole world seems to be homophobic, which it isn't, you know, and but like, you know, as I said, I think that could have been for the purpose of how the character Simon perceived the world, because he was keeping this secret and he was obviously scared about, you know, coming out, which not being gay myself, I wouldn't know, but I can imagine, you know, it's
you can't exactly relate to what he was going through, but you know, we could sit there and imagine as how difficult as an audience, you know, we as much as we can't, but be in their shoes, but we can try and put ourselves in there as much as we can, but as an audience.
Yeah, but you know, back to, you know, the humour, it was very forced, especially from the character, the vice principal, because
he was annoying. Yeah,
he was like you said it when we came out. He was like a character from in a school drama, like from maybe 10, 15 years ago. Like he was just, you know, the uncool teacher trying to be cool, but trying to be hip, and taking people's phones, which I'm pretty sure, although phones now would get confiscated, but the way he just took it was almost just
and the way that people were just so, oh no, you took my phone, I'll carry on with my school day. That would not happen these days. Fucking riot would break out if someone took a phone in a 21st century school. But another thing that I kind of not had a problem with, but I felt like this film was in the wrong era, based in the wrong era. The fact that the main guy was being blackmailed and had to help his blackmailer woo a girl felt more at home in an 80s movie than a film coming out in 2018.
Yeah, especially with the choice of communication between Blue and Simon. I mean, I don't know whether maybe it's just because the book that it's based on, that could be, you know, I don't know when it was published, but maybe a lot of the aspects of the movie are obviously taken from that, which was written in a different time. But, you know, he talks through email, which, you know, although people use email, people don't usually chat to people through email unless it's like over business and stuff. And even then, most of the time, that's like Skype or anything.
But I don't know, maybe, well, I mean, they had the licensing for Gmail, why couldn't they get it for WhatsApp or Messenger, where people in 2018 talk to each other, not through email. I'm not, setting up a business meeting, I'm trying to have a relationship with someone. That's what, people use social media, not email. So it was a little bit, did you say unbelievable? Like,
I think there's a lot of bits where, it's made a bit unbelievable for the sake of the story. But I mean, like I said, the overlining message of the film is very much real.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Love, Simon was a very sweet and engaging movie. I'm sure it would be very helpful for gay people to, encourage them to come out. And unfortunately, it didn't tick all of the boxes required for a memorable coming-of-age tale. However, I do applaud the filmmakers for taking on this theme, so I'm going to give it a 6.4.
Yeah, I think the film touched on a subject that needs to be brought out more often in a really good way. The emotion was there. You went on his journey with Simon, and it ended up being a really good movie. It could have gone horribly wrong, but it didn't, which was good. And like you said, it will help many people who have this problem of coming out. So I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Okay, so that was our review of Love, Simon. I'm sorry.
Go again.
Okay, so that was our review of Love, Simon. The film comes out 6th of April. Hopefully you're going to see it. It's worth a watch. When you see it, let us know what you think of the movie in the comment section below.
And as always, don't forget to leave us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and ding the bell notifications so you can stay up to date with every new video that we release this year.
And
the social media stuff as well. We're on there, Facebook, Twitter. Are we on Instagram?
Yeah,
we're on Instagram as well, yeah. We're all there, yeah.
I have the crutch.
Find us, please.
I hold him up when he forgets about social media.
Just remember like a sieve. See you next time.
Yeah, I think you did.
I sat down.
Wherever you just recorded.
Have you ever sat down? You sit down awkwardly and you pinch one of your bollocks.
Yeah.
Very painful. We won't include this.
Right. I'm in charge of everything.
Bollocks. Exactly.
Shall I do the hello? Welcome to the Grifford Show.
Do whatever you want.
Hello, I am a robot.
It's up.